Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So we are back here today with another AQ video. Now, I haven't made an AQ video for a couple weeks because they all started to feel very repetitive to me, and I was like, maybe we'll take it back a bit with this. But people have been commenting and asking for them, and I figured, alright, since everybody wants them back, I figured we can go ahead and make another one, but maybe we can make it a little bit more interesting. So what I did was I recorded like 3 full days, and I'm going to show section 1 from one day, section 2 from another day, and section 3 from a third day, and we're all going to be doing different globals and different champions for each section. I thought that'd be fun, and I think it's definitely better than just showing a full day because it just becomes very repetitive after a while. So pretty much instead of rambling about that, let me start explaining this fight here. So in section 1 here, I'm on the Caltrops lane, okay? And I have buffed up in section 2, and I usually use Corvus for all of that. I'm not going to be showing that in this video, but for this day, I was using Corvus for section 2, so I have to try and get the evade charge from Ultron, also get the tech, and then there's an Emma Frost in section 1 as well with Corvus. You'll notice that I don't have the suicides on at the moment. That was because I wasn't using them in war for that current period of time, and I didn't want to keep switching back and forth, but I figured I'd bring in my rank 3 Omega Red and use him on Caltrops because even without the suicide masteries on, when there was a bleed from like Biohazard or Caltrops, you're going to be good to go. And we're good to go here in section 1, even without suicides. You'll see just how fast Omega Red nukes these guys down, even without starting with Double Edge. Alright, so we have this Abomination here, and this is probably the toughest fight on the path, and the only reason why it's tough is because you need pretty much a double immune champion for it, and Omega Red fits that bill very, very nicely. So this was done on day 1, so the health pools weren't too high, and as you can see, we have Cascading Failure as well, and that's why I had the bit of a weirder playstyle with Corvus against that Ultron, but as you can see, man, once we get to 30 spores here with Omega Red, this guy is just completely melting in less than 30 seconds, so really, really awesome stuff there. Having a rank 3 6300 Omega is a very, very fun time for sure. So up next we have this Emma Frost. Like I said, I was using Corvus for section 2 and section 3 on this day, so I want to get as many charges as possible. This is just crit me with your best shot, aggression armor, and heavy-handed. So this is just a quick nuke down with Corvus. I have 2 charges going into this fight, and it should be over pretty fast, even without the suicide masteries. I'm going to go for a full combo here, and then I'm going to back off and just do light attacks so I can wait for those little debuffs to go away. When you're not running the suicide masteries, these actually heal you quite a bit, so that's actually pretty nice. I don't really mind these. It makes the fight a little bit slower, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. It makes it also, it makes you very sustainable as well. This fight would have been over by now if I was running the Suicide Masteries, but like I previously stated, I'm not running them at this point. This special 2, though, should do the trick, as once these 2 debuffs fall off, we're going to toss off the special 2, and as you can see, boom, there we go. Alright, so now our Corvus is all built up. We're good to go. Up next, we have this Yondu. We're just waiting for Brian to come and clear us. And once he does, which should be any second now, we're going to take this Caltrops Yondu with Omega Red. Alright, man. So boom, magic editing. There we go. All right, man. So now we're going to go for this Yondu, and then we have one more fight after that in section 1 as well. Alright, so this should be a pretty quick one here. The one thing that is annoying is there is Bubble Shield, I believe, so that will lower our block proficiency as time goes on. But, when you're using Omega, it's really not the biggest deal at all, because as you saw in the previous fight, once they get above like 15 spores, it's just over for them, man. It's quite sad. They have no chance. They just have no chance whatsoever. So yeah, he's just completely melting, man. It's very, very nice. So as long as you just stay close to this guy, we're pretty much good to go, man. One more heavy attack, and that should just sign off the little slip to end the fight. All right, man. So that's gonna be it for that one. Very, very nice. And then we have one more fight here with Omega Red. We have this Doctor Strange. And this is definitely a tougher fight for sure, only because it's Doctor Strange, and he can get a little annoying sometimes, So, we're starting off here, locking in the degen, then we're going to dash back and get the Death Field, and we want to try to nuke this guy down as quick as humanly possible, dash back when we have to get that bleed. So yeah, but just stay very, very aggressive with this guy. You'll notice at the end of the fight, which is coming up in just 1 second, if I was running the Suicide Masteries, he would have been dead right now before he could clip me with the special 2 right before he dies. So that was definitely very annoying for sure, but also not the biggest deal in the world at all. With all that being said, that was section 1 on day 1. Now we're going to jump into section 2 on day 2, and I'm going to be using a champion that I don't get to use too often, and I was very, very excited to bring him into AQ, which is Hyperion, man. So I don't normally bring Hype 2 buffed up. I usually just use Corvus and just smash right through it, make him go faster, but I figured Hype would be a lot more fun to use. It's a little annoying on this first fight because there is, Limber, but also it's buffed up, and Hyperion is just so good for it, man. You just chain those heavy attacks and boom, you're doing a lot of damage. Here, he dexed out of the first part of my special 2, which was a little annoying, but also not the biggest deal in the world because one more combo and boom. Mr. Rocket is just dead. Hyperion is just such a strong champion, man. I can't wait for them to add Hyperion as a 6-star one day and just see rank 3 Hyperions out there doing an absurd amount of damage. That's going to be really exciting one day for sure. So up next we have this Vulture, and right off the bat, I forgot about this little mist mechanic he has. So he dexed out of our heavy attack there and put an Incinerate on us. So that took us down about 15%. So that was pretty annoying, but you know, like I always say, not the biggest deal in the world at all. This is, we're having some bad Fury RNG at this point, so we haven't done too much damage at all yet, but at the same time, there's no Limber on this fight, so we're not too concerned with it. We're going to get up to a special 3 here, get some more Furies. We have 8 Furies, regular Furies, going into the special 3, as well as a couple passive Furies from doing the heavy attacks as well with the global node, alright? So, not too bad. This Vulture's down to 53% health, and now at this point, I figured, why don't we activate the heal and regenerate some of the damage that we've taken from the chip and also from that Incinerate. Now, Hyperion has a very, very underrated heal as well. I feel like I don't see too many people talking about this, but keep in mind we were at 70% health when this heal buff started, this regeneration buff, alright? And now we're already at 85%, we're nearing 90%, we're at 88 right now. And keep in mind, we started at 70%, so far we've healed 25% health, and this fight is over when we're ending at 96. So that's not too bad at all, man. That's really not too bad. That heal is very underrated. Up next, we have a Punisher 2099, who is definitely a very, very annoying fight. Just because of his projectiles and whatnot, you know, you never want to deal with this guy. Very annoying. But it's still not too bad for Hyperion. You know, all these fights after a while start to look the same, which does get a little annoying when you're doing them every single day. You know, if you don't run map 7, I'm sure it's definitely pretty entertaining for you guys to watch these videos. I'm sure that's always a fun time. But when you run the same fights every single day, man, it's like, all right, enough is enough. Here's one thing I like about fighting this guy. When he puts his power lock on you, you just start healing from willpower. So that's definitely really nice. Go for a big special 2 here. 40k at the end of that, man. Really nice. We're just pushing him up in power. We're really pushing our luck here, but he ended up tossing off that special 2. It did a bit of damage on the block. Not too concerned with it. We only have one more fight with Hyperion left because we are going to do Mordo with Corvus, all right? Because I don't want to deal with like his astral evade and whatnot, so we're just going to go right in and nuke Mordo down with Corvus here, all right? So this Mordo is a bit annoying. He is buffed up. If I brought Proxima along, it would definitely be a little bit easier for sure. But even without her, it's not too bad. This was, I believe, on day 5, by the way, because we're running So Say It Doom, which we usually do just fine. So this section 2 was done on day 5. And as you can see, man, rank 3 Corvus with Suicides just does so much damage. This is why I haven't been recording too many AQ videos, because it's like just completely nuking down the opponents in like 20 seconds, man. Like this Mordo, you have to fight carefully, and we got through in 30 seconds. So, you know, quick and easy. Up next, we have a Red Skull, little tiny mini boss type thing. And this guy has buffed up and special 2 start, which could be a little annoying if you're using, like, for example, Corvus and you have like 1% health, because if you block it wrong or have to take the whole thing on the block, don't know how to dex it, well then, you could start with very, very low glaive charges for sure. So you definitely want to be careful there. Here, keep in mind with the So Saith Doom, It says those little green things up there, that one means intercept. I am going to be very, very careful trying to intercept Red Skull, only because if I do go to intercept him and I hit him on the block, well, we're going to have our power drained and have some damage done back to us. Keep in mind, we also just take a big combo to the face as well, so that's pretty annoying as well. So we definitely don't want to take too much passive damage from his cube on the block or have a bad intercept, so we're just going to kind of ignore that, maybe try to kill him before it affects us, but it's kind of out of, like, out of our mind at this point, because this is the last fight that I'm going to use with Hyperion. Unfortunately, we tried to trigger the regeneration buff, but the cosmic power went ahead and gave us the power gain instead, or whatever it's called, but now we got it, so now we're going to be healing up quite a bit. But unfortunately, in about 1 second, we're also going to get that Spectre from So Say the Doom, so now our healing is going to be lowered a tiny bit, but once the healing goes away, we're going to have even more healing from Willpower, from the Spectre, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. Yes, 10 of the armor break buffs up. I figured maybe, we'll break one of them, but it still has 9, so like, what's that even going to do at this point? We got to keep our buffs up as well, because it's buffed up. We're going to try to bait out a special one here, and now we're just going to start really pounding into him in the corner, and just really just trying to get this guy down. Go for a special one, because the Incinerates will be nice to take him down when he has all that armor, for sure. Go for a special one, maybe chain another one. There we go, a nice little intercept there. Bait out a special one, and he's down to 5% health now, and this really should be it after one more heavy attack. So yeah, man, that guy is about a 20-second fight with Corvus and a bit of a pain in the butt with anybody else, for sure. But yeah, man, that's going to be it for section 2 on day 5, and up next we have section 3 with Professor X on day 3 or 4. I want to say this was day 4 now. I believe the global node here on day 4, we were doing, I want to say Power to Cower, but yeah, man, Professor X is so good for this spider lane, man. Oh my god, I've been loving playing with Professor X, man. He's so easy to get that True Strike. Boom, from right here, they won't evade for the rest of the fight now. All it takes is 2 heavy attacks and you're good to go. As you can see, man, this lane is usually like really annoying. It's like Spider-Man evade on crack, all right? So basically what I like to do here with Professor X in AQ with the Suicide Masteries on, I like to get to a special 3 and go right into a special 2, and the fight's over 100% of the time, every single time. I've used Professor X like 4 out of the 5 times in section 3 here in AQ on this lane, and every single fight I use him for every single fight, and every single time it went special 3, special 2, end of fight. That's it. So he's really, really reliable to do it that way. Going to charge up and boom, go for a special 3 here, cancel out of the channeling with a special 3, and as you can see, we're at 93% health. We lost a tiny bit of chip damage and as well from the bleed, but as you can see, man, after the first special 3, they're down to just about like 30% health. Gonna go right in here for a special 2, and check this out. Boom! Dead. Don't even got to worry about recoil damage, man. I've said a couple times, I like Professor X with the Suicide Masteries. A lot of people say, well, that makes no sense. He's not good with them. I highly disagree. I think he accomplishes for me what I need him to accomplish with them on, which is doing, not every single fight on a lane, but going through it, and as he gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and that requires less recoil damage as you go along, because the stronger you get, the quicker the fights are over. And also, if you go special 3 into special 2 with a normal size health pool, you don't have to worry about recoil at all, man. So yeah, definitely good stuff for sure. But yeah, man, so basically, I just love hitting into the spiders here and just seeing evade fail every single time. It's so satisfying, man, because I don't know if you guys have ever taken this lane, but the node here is called Can't Touch This. Big special one to the face, by the way. Ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. But basically, what the node does is it gives them plus 50% chance to evade all the spiders. So Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Classic, Spider-Man Symbiote, and Miles Morales. And as you guys probably know, they evade quite a bit on their own, which is really, really annoying. So we're going for a channeling here with the heavy attack. We're going to cancel into special 3, and that gives us an additional prowess based on the amount of cerebral charges that we have. So as you can see, as we go along in the quest, the special 3 is going to get stronger and stronger. Go for a big old special 2 now. Check this out. It's going to be some nice fat damage here. Boom. Didn't even have any crits, but the passive damage was really, really nice. Yeah, man. He didn't even stand a chance. So up next, we have this Spider-Gwen. And you guys know how annoying Spider-Gwen is with her evade, man. So Professor X going in, doing 2 heavy attacks, you're pretty much good to go. Don't got to worry about nothing. So that's really, really nice. It's really, really nice to have that evade counter like that, man. It reminds me of Nick Fury in a way, except even easier to get to. So look at that, because you have to get to 25 or above to get that True Strike, or whatever it's called, Vigilance, and True Strike as well, maybe True Accuracy it's called. But basically, man, it's 1 heavy attack and you're like at 20 or so, and you have to be at 25. So I'm at 100 already, which is max charges. I probably don't even have to go for a special 3 at this point, especially when I only have 2 fights left. I could probably afford the recoil damage. I could probably go like special 2 into special 2 and just end the fight that way. Don't have to worry about them evading, don't have to worry about nothing. I can just activate mind control manually with a 4th light attack, but I'm going to go ahead and not do that and just activate it the same way I've been doing it, just because it works, man. And the special 3 just about ends the fight. So look at this. She's at 55% health. We have 3 cerebral charges, and let's check this out, man. Yeah, we're doing some nice damage for sure. Doing some nice damage for sure, man. Down to 19% health and a big special 2 again, man. She just didn't even stand a chance. Didn't even give a chance to crit because she was already dead. So it's just like those blue numbers that appear. So we have one more fight here. We have the Spider-Man symbiote, and this is just gonna look like all the other ones, man. It's Professor X is so good for these types of fights. I love him, man. Like, this health pool is so good for him. This size health pool. We're going in with 4 cerebral charges now. Also, by the way, I love looking at like the background, like of just the blue and everything. It's just so cool, man. So we're above our 25 charges. Again, we're good to go. Just trying to build up to a special 3 like I have been. I'm trying to push this guy to special 2 over special 1 if possible, because I'm just remembering that special 1 from Spidey Classic, which is annoying. But if he doesn't throw it, if he does throw the special 1, we're just going to block it. Not the biggest deal there. Professor X has amazing block proficiency too, which is just really nice. It's just really nice. He doesn't have that high of a health pool, but his block proficiency is just so high. So go into here, special 3, cancel into, or heavy attack, cancel into special 3. And let's see how much this special 3 does now, man. Such a cool animation, by the way. I haven't really commented on that. But the special 3 is just about gonna do it there. And KO, instant KO, man. Super sick, man. Super, super sick. So, yeah, man, that's going to be it for this big old AQ video. This was, I recorded 1 section per each day. I wanted to switch it up with the champs a bit, and it was definitely fun to do it that way. I'll probably do this again in the future, since you guys have asked for AQ videos so much. But anyway, my dudes, that's going to be it for this AQ video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about Professor X and AQ in the comment section below. And subscribe if you want to see some more AQ videos coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.